This week on the Broc and Dawson podcast.
You're in the Teen Beach movie or any Disney movie and you're doing this and you're dancing, and also terrorists are a thing. I will rather get fat and die with cholesterol running through my veins than have to run on a treadmill. Is it true that if you don't pee, when you have to pee, it stretches your bladder and you can hold more urine?
I'm not saying I peed my pants all the time, but
He is saying that. Welcome to episode 13 of the Broc and Dawson podcast. Thank you for listening, everybody. Woo!
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
There's kind of a loud theme song. Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. Thank you for being here. You're so fantastic, and I love you. I'm in love with you. Okay?
Broc has a crush on every single one of you guys.
Every one of you. I said this in one of my videos. I wish I could kiss every single one of you, but I think statistically I would get mono. And I thought that was a really funny joke in one of my videos, and nobody ever said, hey, that was a funny joke, but I always thought it was a funny joke.
I'll tell you right now, that's a pretty funny joke, bro.
Thank you, dude. Dude, oh shoot. I forgot to even, I was going to say this. Dude, do you ever remember that Disney video I made about Disney?
Yeah, I do.
And how they suck, and then that was like clear back in friggin' October. It passed 1,000 views.
It passed 1,000 views.
It passed 1,000 views, baby. Let's look.
So is that like your second most viewed now?
Yes, that is my second most viewed video. Is the Disney video. I hate
only
Disney,
behind what's her name?
Jake Paul.
Oh, it was Jake Paul. I couldn't remember if it was Rebecca Zamolo or Jake Paul.
It goes Jake Paul, Disney, Rebecca Zamboni, and then like the Badlands Chugs. Those are my. But dude, I'm so happy. Things are so good around here.
That's freaking dope. Now you just need to continue those
freaking vids, bro. Dude, it's just been getting crazy views in the last month. It's gotten 215 views.
And it was out 6 months ago. What?
Hey man, the algorithm works the way it works, and I don't question it, and I don't care anymore. Okay, babies, I'm done. I'm done with YouTube, and I'm quitting podcasts, and that's my official resignation.
Okay, so goodbye, podcast. We're done.
April Fools! You idiot!
We're only like a week late.
Dude, you are so stupid. You thought we were going to be done with the podcast? We're not going to be done with the podcast for 70 years. I'm not going to be done. I'm going to die of COVID before I end this podcast, and that is a Brock Gardner guarantee. Dude, we're doing 1 billion episodes of this podcast, and you guys are going to make it happen.
1 billion.
1 billion episodes of this podcast, and if we don't, I'm going to die sad. So you guys better keep supporting us and review and send this to your friends and all your family. What else you doing? Honestly, what else you doing in quarantine right now? Nothing.
Yeah, nothing at all.
You're not doing anything, dude. Listen to the pod. Leave a review. Do you know? I got some Alfredo in my throat.
I think you need to get 6 feet away from me now, Broc.
Dude, it's chicken Alfredo. I swear it's not COVID.
Okay.
So you guys, it takes probably 20 seconds to go down. So if you're on Apple Podcasts right now, dude, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or even if you're not,
leave us a review.
Leave us a review, dude. Dude, reviews. You don't even know. If we can get, I'm going to have a review party, and I'm just going to text everyone and be like, leave a review right now. And if everybody left a review at like the same time,
we could crash the internet.
We could crash the internet. If everybody in the world, 7 billion people, left a review on our podcast, we would probably crash the internet, and it would be awesome.
That would be pretty cool. I don't know what I'm saying right now.
Dude, it's cool. It's so good. Share this with your friends. That's all I got to say. Dude, share it. And dude, word of mouth is so, like, keen for this.
I think you need word of phone now.
Word of phone, word of mouth, word of phone, word of pigeon, dude.
Don't be speaking word of mouth to people right now, people.
Yeah,
people
actually.
like right now, you can't see, but there's like a screen between Broc and I.
Yeah, we're not even in the same room, actually.
It's just 2 different frames that Broc cuts it perfectly.
And we never have been in the same room. This has always been, we're 2 separate screens conjoined right now.
Because we knew COVID was coming.
Look at this. I'm gonna move my hand, and it's gonna go behind Dawson's screen just to prove it. See how that
Look
works?
at that. Don't you guys see that?
You guys are idiots. You guys are so dumb. You keep falling for dumb stuff. I hate you. Just kidding. Just kidding. We're having a silly goose time here, dude. If you're not down for a silly goose time, what are you down for? Get out of here. Take a hike. leave. Whoop. Get out.
Do you know some pretty good hiking trails they can take?
Dude, I know some pretty... I've been running trails so hard, and it sucks.
You've been running trail? I thought you were just running. I didn't know
No.
you were running trails.
I've been running trails because
Like-
I got those Nike Air... Not Air. What
Nike
are those?
Nike Zoom Pegasus.
Yeah, Zoom
35
Pegasus
Turbo.
36 Trail.
I mean 36 Trail. Yeah. Okay.
Have you
yeah.
seen them?
Yeah, I know what they are.
Dude, they're beautiful shoes. And
But do you have the Pegasus Turbo 2s, Broc?
what does that even mean?
They're just a faster.
Pegasus.
What is that?
I don't know how to
Pegasus.
spell, dude. Turbo. Oh, jeez. Turbo.
Brock's
2.
having some difficulties here.
I just spelled Pegasus Turbo. Pegasus Turbo 2. What are these them?
Yeah. Those on the right are the ones that I have.
These green ones?
Yeah.
You own them?
I do. I've ran like 200 miles in those shoes.
200 miles?
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about this before we started recording the podcast, and right now I'm feeling like my camera's a little bit tilted, so I'm going to go adjust that. But talk about your running right now.
My running right now, it's going pretty good. I was really excited for track season because I actually started like really getting into running lately, and I was really doing good. And then track season, felt like I could continue that, but now that's not really happening. So I'm just kind of training and seeing what's gonna happen if we do come back, or if I just train for cross country, or yeah. But that's about how my running's going right now. How's your running going right now?
So I've never been like a real runner. The most I ever ran in my life before like the past couple weeks was like 5 miles for cross country, and I threw up like 8 times and it was fine, and I had to walk like the last 2 miles, so I actually technically didn't even run that. But after I got these shoes, well, I started running like heavily like a couple weeks before, and so that's when I decided to get the 36 trail shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I got those, like the first day I had them, I just ran 5 miles out of the blue for no reason. And then I've just been running like 5, 6, 7 milers
Dang.
in the mountains, dude. Dude, the treadmill. Oh, it's the worst. I hate it.
It's awful, but sometimes you have to use it because
Kill myself on
I
the
can't
treadmill,
go
bro.
out in the snow and wind and everything.
I will rather get fat and die with cholesterol running through my veins than have to run on a treadmill. It's terrible.
Yesterday I ran 5 miles on the treadmill.
Dude, I can't even do it. I've tried.
It's awful.
I get so bored because I just can't even. My brain can't do that anymore.
I get to the point where I get so bored that my mind, I'm not even trying to, my mind just goes off to another place, and then
Yeah.
I'll like remember like a mile later, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm running right now, huh? Because I
Dude.
don't go fast and I'm on the treadmill.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's something. If you're not listening to music and you're just running, it is the worst thing in the world.
I've never done that except for the cross country meets because we couldn't have earbuds in there.
Well, I just meant like on the treadmill,
Oh,
but
treadmills are they're terrible no matter what, dude. Even if I'm listening to music, it's like I'll feel like I run for like 30 hours and then I'll look and it'll be like 10 minutes and I'll be like, oh, jeez, and it's bad. But what you were talking about, how when you're running, you'll kind of like forget you're running and then you'll realize that you're actually running.
sometimes.
Have you ever just like accidentally like remember like become self-aware and conscious that you're like existing?
I mean, yeah, a little bit.
Like
Say
sometimes
that.
I'll sit there and I'll just be like, hey, I'm like a real like this is a thing, like this is real life and things are happening and like freaking like little things are firing. What are those things? Synapses are firing in people's heads.
I don't know. I don't take psychology, Brock. Come
But
on.
like but it's not, it's just like you like, and sometimes I'll do it with people. Like I'll start looking at a person and I'll be like, that person is real, like that person exists in the world. They're very
I just figured that was true already. I don't know.
But I don't know, dude. Maybe I'm just like my brain doesn't know the difference between fiction and real Alf. Dude, have you ever seen Alf?
What is this tangent we're going off right
But
now?
have you actually ever seen Alf?
No, I have not.
Dude, I used to watch this all the time in my
What
childhood.
is that?
He was an alien, and his name was Alf, and he liked to eat cats, and he lived with his family in the 90s. Or the 80s.
Wow,
86, I guess.
I mean, that sounds more believable than Tiger King. I'm not gonna lie, but like,
Dude, why did I say Alf? Why is Alf on my screen.
You said real life, and then you said real Alf or something.
Oh yeah. So I'll be looking at a person, and I'll just be like that. Like I never really, I knew they existed, but I've never been aware of their consciousness until that particular moment.
Oh, okay. See, I can see that point. Like, yeah, the existing part is pretty obvious, but the consciousness part is a little weird.
It's like
to think about.
It's so like I don't know what. There's just a couple people, like for like a specific example that I'm not gonna name on the podcast, but like I can pinpoint the moments when they would be talking or doing something, and I would just look at them and I would be like, that person actually like is like a person that exists. I don't even know how to explain it except for that. It's the weirdest
like
feeling.
they're experiencing the same thing as you, kind of a thing.
Yeah, like they have thoughts and like they do stuff other than what I see them do, and like they have lives. I don't know, man.
Okay, I did see one thing. I don't understand this because someone put like, does your subconscious, does it like, when you hear yourself, do you actually hear yourself talking when you're thinking, or is it more like visual? Because I always just hear myself, but I didn't know anybody had it in a different way.
You see yourself talking?
No, I hear myself.
No,
like,
but I mean like you're supposed to see yourself
like
in a third person view.
Like picking, no, not like that, but like
picture,
like you picture things more than you hear yourself. I don't know.
Like you picture things.
Like how some people are more of a visual learner, like it's really hard to describe, but like I don't know, honestly.
Dude, we're talking deep, hard to grasp concepts on the Broc and Dawson podcast right now.
Yeah, we
and
are.
if you don't have a big brain, I'm sorry, you just can't follow right now.
Yeah.
What was I actually gonna say? Oh, I feel like I guess like my brain, it's like everybody that I'm not really close to is just kind of like a have you ever seen Jumanji, that movie?
Yeah.
And how there's that guy and he's like a non-playable character. He's like an
an
NPC.
NPC.
Yeah, so that's what I feel like everybody in my life is, except for like me and like a few close people. Everyone else is just like a non-playable character. And then sometimes I'll realize that they're like a person. It's most of the time like when I get like a little bit closer to them than I did before, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, you're like a person.
Okay, yeah, I can follow what you're saying.
It's
weird.
It's a weird thing.
Because like there's so many people, it's like, oh yeah, they just there. But
yeah.
When you actually like stop and think about it.
And there's there's this chick that goes to our school, and I'm not gonna name names. Okay, I'm probably gonna cut this out anyways because it's really mean. But like they just like give me like a weird vibe, and like they make weird faces and actions, and so I'll be staring at them. Just like I don't know,
You're just staring at them.
I'll stare at them all class just because I just want to see what they do, and they'll like look up and catch me, and they're like a person of the opposite sex, and they'll like look up and catch me, and they'll be like, and I'll be like, I'm not staring at you because I think you're pretty.
I don't even know who you're talking about. Tell me, just
No, we're not. I'll tell you after.
Okay.
But it's just like, I don't know. Sometimes I just like to stare at people, and I'm a people watcher straight up. I'm not a stalker, but I'm definitely a people watcher because people, dude, I've been okay. So for like the past month, there's just been so many situations like my whole life when people did dumb stuff. It was like I would just get pissed, and I'd just be like, oh, this person just did something so stupid, and they're so dumb, and why did they even do that? They're just idiots. But the past like month or two, those have been like the biggest blessings in my life because I'm like, what would we do without such idiot people?
Wow.
What would you do? What would the world be like? Like if somebody does something that just used to just piss me off, I just be like, now I'm just like, I'm so glad you're alive. Because if you were not alive, the world, it would just be so boring. People that do dumb stuff are so funny.
That's super true. Because, like, the people who don't do anything, they just have nothing going on at all.
And, like, I don't want to sound super pretentious. Like, I'm aware everybody in the earth thinks that they are smarter than everybody else. But everybody is an idiot. I'm an absolute moron. Talene, super smart.
I'm an absolute moron in so many things.
Got a really good ACT score, absolute moron. Everybody's stupid, but we all think we're smarter, we're all just kind of like, yeah, we're obviously smarter than these people, but we're not gonna let them know. Like, we're all just like think we're kind of sentient beings, but none of us are. We're all dumb, and nobody on the entire earth knows anything. Let that sink into your brain. Nobody on this earth knows anything for a fact. Nothing is real, dude. We are in a straight up simulation.
True. Okay, I wasn't really following your
No,
thoughts there for a second.
But like, actually, like, we're all trying to figure it out, dude. You know how I feel like people say this all the time, like, when you're a kid, you feel like when you're an adult, you'll have a different mind, but then you talk to adults and they're like, no, I just grew up, like, my brain chemistry didn't change, like, they don't think it. So, like, everybody is literally just a little toddler trying to pretend like they know what they're doing.
That's so true, because I don't feel any different now than I did 4 years ago. And
exactly.
Even my train of thought 4 years ago, yeah, I was a lot dumber, but I don't feel like it was wrong or anything. Like, my train of thought has not changed.
Like, personalities can change. My personality has changed drastically, I feel like, in the past 6 months. Because I used to be
6 months.
6 months, dude. I feel like it has, but I've been trying to work on a bunch of stuff because I was a total douchebag, and I still am a little bit of a douchebag. But like, personalities can change. But I'm saying the world's being run by toddlers, dude. Everybody's a toddler up here. Everybody still wants to just eat ice cream. Everybody.
Yeah, of course.
Who doesn't?
Did you get ice cream today, by the way?
Did I get ice cream?
Yeah, Adam, okay, we can cut this out, but like,
What?
it was freaking dope. Adam just brought by I don't even know how much ice cream. It was like 3 gallons or something worth of ice cream to our house.
Yeah, I didn't get that ice cream, Adam.
Well, maybe we can have an ice cream party, bro.
Yeah, dude, I didn't get any ice cream, Adam. Wondering where that is, dude. That's awesome. Thanks, Adam. I'm not cutting this out. I'm calling you out right here.
Okay.
Right here live on the podcast, bro. I want to fight you 3 p.m. tomorrow.
Square up, Adam.
Tomorrow, whenever this comes out. Shiz. You see what I'm saying, bro?
Square
Everybody's an idiot.
That was a perfect square.
Dude, as the day after this comes out, Adam, we're fighting 3 p.m. on the football field. And Celine's going to be my backup guy. You guys going to kiss
on the 50-yard line?
Yeah, we're going to make out in the middle of the field, and everybody's going to watch from the stands. Adam, that's you, baby.
6 feet apart, too.
That's you, my babies. We haven't even gotten into the top. We're 17 minutes in. We have not gotten into one topic.
We have not. This has been one major tangent this entire time.
How did that go that long?
I have no clue.
That's awesome, dude. That rips. That absolutely rips. Oh, man. What were we even going to talk about today? Bernie. We're going to talk about Bernie first off.
Yeah.
So, Bernie Sanders, dude.
Feel the burn,
Feel
Bernie.
the burns, my babies. Dude, our last glimmer of hope. The light at the end of the tunnel, Bernie Sanders. He dropped out.
That's one way you could call it.
He dropped out of the race. The one 90-year-old light at the end of the tunnel that was probably going to die of COVID anyways.
Probably, yeah.
Out of the race. Do you think he'll run for 2024?
He's not going to be around for 2024.
That's what I don't think. I wasn't going to say that but yeah, I think he's going to die, dude. So yeah, it's between, dude, Chris D'Elia tweeted something that made me laugh really hard. He said Bernie Sanders dropped out, so now we just need Joe Biden and Trump to drop out. And I was like, yeah, that perfectly encapsulates what I'm thinking right now.
We just need everybody to drop out. No government. Anarchy.
Yes, dude. We're actually going to go into martial law. Do you think we'll ever be into martial law?
I sure hope not. I don't really want martial law too bad.
Here's your ACT score that I liked on Twitter.
Okay, yeah.
Can I say it aloud? Because it's a very impressive score.
I mean, if you want to, sure.
This kid got a 34 on his ACT, bro.
Yeah.
That's impressive. I got a 27, which is the same score I got last time.
That's still really good, though.
Not when it's the same score you got last time. Like, the first time, if you take it and it's a 27, yeah, that's dope. But 2 times around, but you got to get at least
You don't have to improve every single time.
At least a point up, bro. At least.
Hey, well, I bet your super score is going to be higher than a 27.
My what score?
Your super score when you take the highest in each section, because you probably went higher in some sections.
Yeah. So in my English, I got like a 30 something. I got above 30 in English, and I got a 28 in math. And then my reading and science both went down. So some of them went up and some of them went down.
But I mean, most colleges super score, which means they take your highest in each category.
And you're going to be able to retake just the
Yeah.
individual test too. So I'm gonna hit that up for sure. See if I can't get into college.
You definitely have a good enough. You almost have enough for a full ride to our local college.
And you know what? Almost is not whatever the opposite word for almost. What's the opposite word for almost? Fully? Oh, dude, you want to know something dope?
I don't know.
So I was thinking about this the other day because I was trying to think of a verb, like a present tense. I don't even know what that is, like an adverb for wind. Like, because, so you have snow and it's snowing, and you have rain and it's raining, and you have wind, but it's not winding. And I was like,
It's
dude,
windy.
Yeah, but that's not winding. Windy is describing the weather. Snowing is like the act of the snow falling.
The wind is blowing.
Exactly. We have the wind is blowing, but I don't know, man. I'm gonna start saying winding. It's winding outside, bro. It's winding so hard outside.
That's gonna take a little while to grow on me, but
dude, once it becomes a part of popular culture, this is gonna be me. That's gonna be me when it comes a part of popular culture, dude. Can we show? I gotta show you that because actually you won't even get it if you don't watch the whole movie. But we're gonna watch the whole movie someday, and you'll understand.
On the podcast, we're gonna watch
on the podcast live. We're gonna watch Breakfast Club, and it's gonna be.
And you guys can like join in. We're gonna do the watch party thing like that on Netflix. You guys can just join in while we watch it.
We'll be like, guys, we are starting. We'll synchronize it right now, and then it'll not be audio from the movie because then if you watch it at home, so it'll be the audio from your home, and then it'll just be us. So then if you're not actually watching it, it's just me and Dawson reacting to the air. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be awesome, and you guys are going to have such a good time, dude.
Yeah, it'll be a blast.
Oh, my goodness. Dude, I love life so much. So Bernie dropped out, and now it's between...
Where did we go with all that? I don't even know.
So Bernie dropped out, okay, and it's fine, okay? Like, if I were to vote for one of the candidates, it would have been Bernie. Not in the whole wide world, it would have been either Gabbard or Yang Gang, Andrew Yang.
It would have been Bernie?
Out of those three.
That's the guy I would have voted for last.
For reals? You would have voted for freaking Joe Biden?
Yeah, socialism is not something that I
don't agree with that. But listen, there's no way he wouldn't get anything done.
Yeah, maybe.
There would be nothing done. And if he makes freaking community college a little bit cheaper, like, I don't really care. But basically, I don't know. It's like I don't like any of the candidates, but and I don't know anything about politics either, but I just feel like Bernie just had my attention the most. Trump is whatever. Trump is Trump. He is.
Are we gonna watch your little video?
Yeah,
there,
bro.
Trump?
Can we just but actually, so we have this video up here that I saw on Twitter. So Donald Trump was talking about some sort of like the models of like coronavirus, like like how they describe the peaks, the ups and downs,
the curve and everything. Yeah,
the curve and
flattening the curve.
Yeah, exactly. So Trump was basically talking about that, I guess. I don't know. I don't know the context.
All right. Well, I haven't seen this yet, so we'll watch it together.
Celine's live reaction. Okay, check this out.
Thousands of people are going to die. You know what I want to do? I want to come way under the models. The professionals did the models. I was never involved in a model, but at least this kind of a model. You know what? Hundreds of thousands of people.
You hear that shit, bro?
I was never involved in a model, at least this kind of model.
He said that on the television. He said that on TV.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. That's what that reminds me of.
Hey, oh, dude, that actually reminded me of something I wanted to say. Thank you so much. Hillary, I gotta look this up to make sure this is real, but this is just what I heard. I heard Hillary Clinton is starting a podcast.
What? And like, is she doing one? Is she doing one where like you help people fall asleep? Because she could be pretty good at that.
Oh, burn, bro.
I'm just saying she's
Hillary
pretty
Clinton.
boring.
Hillary Clinton to start a podcast. That was in February. Why am I just now hearing about this? So
I don't know. Brock's late on the news sometimes.
I'm late on everything, dude. So Hillary Clinton's gonna start a podcast, and it's gonna be called "How to Get Away with Murder," and it's gonna be her and Bill, and they're just gonna have a silly goose time.
And they're gonna play some things from Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, they're gonna talk mainly about Epstein. Their cover is just gonna be a noose, hanging in a prison
Sounds
cell.
pretty cool.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for it. I think Hillary's just always had just a glowing aura about her that I've always been interested in. That I really just wanted to dive into the psyche of Miss Clinton. She's really just has a very endearing personality when she's murdering people.
Yeah. It's pretty great. I have seen this video.
You have seen this video?
Yeah.
Dude, this video is so I wake up. Sometimes I just wake up and it's like 5:30 and I look at my phone and Crystalia will have tweeted something really, really funny. Crystalia is in this podcast a lot. Oh, I didn't even talk about Crystalia stealing my joke, but I'm going to. So anyways, Crystalia tweeted this thing and he said, "This is the funniest thing I've ever seen." And I was very groggy and very tired, and I watched this, and I cried laughing for 10 minutes straight.
Oh my gosh. This is something I've always wanted to be able to do.
Wait, have you seen this whole video?
Well, the first part of the video, like.
Oh, shoot, you're going to be in for a treat.
Well, I've seen the whole video.
So we got this guy, and he's doing the swing. Dude, everyone tried to... Hold on, I'm gonna interrupt right now because this is because I'm just the worst. Everybody in the entire universe, if you are a person and you're a kid and you were a kid and you are on this earth, you have tried to swing all the way over the swinger.
Oh yeah.
And if you say you haven't, you're an android and your name is Mike Pence and you're a robot.
But the worst thing is when you get that high, like this guy, he's got people holding on to the sides of it. Yeah. I was always scared I was just gonna tip over the entire freaking playground. So
those school ones though, those things were sturdy, bro.
No, I freaking got the poles off the ground one time at the
school
one. Yeah, it's like 10 feet high metal poles, and I got them off the ground.
Judas, are they just chilling on top of the soil?
I'm pretty sure they are.
Why don't they like put them down a little bit? That sucks. So anyway, everybody has wanted to do this in their entire lives. They wanted to swing all the way over. That's just been a dream of everybody's, and I know that. And if you say you haven't, you're lying, okay, idiot? Okay, let's keep watching. Heck yeah, dude. Epic.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's great.
Why are these guys doing this?
I don't know. Is this at a legit funeral? I just want to know what
I want to know the context of these guys freaking dancing. They have it straight up on their shoulders.
Dude, those things weigh so much.
They had it straight up just on their shoulders while they were dancing. Dude, look at that.
That's skill right there. Imagine if he dropped it and the guy just like fell out.
They just rolled out of the casket. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that killed me. I was crying laughing. And I have no idea why I wanted to bring that up. But here's another video that Crystalia tweeted because I don't know, his videos are just funny. This coronavirus lady, they're driving out of, I just talked over the guy that was about to say what I'm about to say because I'm useless. There's these people and they're driving out of this church service. They were at church during COVID, so let's just watch.
Okay.
Driving out of this Ohio parking lot is a woman who just attended a church service with dozens of other people, including children.
Can I ask you about your decision to go to church, to be inside that building?
I wouldn't be anywhere else.
Aren't you concerned you could infect other people if you get sick inside?
No.
People who don't go to this
No.
church.
I'm covered in Jesus' blood.
Oh!
I'm covered in Jesus'
But what
blood.
about other people who don't go to this church who you might encounter?
All of these people go to this church.
No, but you're going to be in places where other people
I go to the grocery store every day. I'm in Walmart,
What?
Home Depot, all of those
But you
people.
could get them sick from what happens in
They
the
could
church.
get me sick, but they're not because I'm covered in his blood. Thank you very much.
Driving out of this Ohio
Oh, what, dude?
'Kay,
Hold on.
Just saying you're covered in his blood too is like you could state that a little bit better, you know.
Covered in his blood. His blood is. I wiped it all over my face. I'm never getting COVID, dude. This is why people think that religious people are insane. Which I'm just gonna.
There's a lot that
I'm gonna call it on the cover right now. Most of the religious people are crazy, but there are a lot of religious people that are just normal people. But there's also a lot of people that are religious that are also insane, and that lady is one of them. And also these guys I'm trying to find. These guys, bro.
Oh my
These
gosh.
boys. I've heard a couple podcasts talk about this. We're always late, and it's fine.
In the name of Jesus.
These are pastors, I guess. I don't know.
I don't get this. Why are they on a stage?
Okay, yeah, so the video stopped recording, and... Okay, here we go.
In the name
Pastors.
of Jesus. Oh, thank you, Jesus.
This is like his hype man, bro.
Yeah, he totally.
Standing in the office of the prophet of God, I execute judgment on you, COVID-19. I execute judgment
Oh,
on you,
man.
Satan, you destroyer. You
Oh, yeah.
killer.
Oh, yeah,
You
baby.
Get out, you
COVID.
break your power.
COVID.
You get off this nation. I demand judgment on you. I demand a vaccination
What is
to
this
come
guy
immediately.
doing?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes! Yes! COVID.
It's like when you're with that one friend who can't stop talking and you're trying to get a word in.
Me?
I call you down.
Why? I didn't say that.
That was a dick.
You come down from your place of authority. Destroyer. You come down and you crawl on your belly like God commanded you when he put his foot on your head. You will destroy through COVID-19. No more.
No more. No more. No more.
No more.
No more.
No more, baby.
It is finished.
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 Is over. And the United States of America is healed and well again.
Dude, so hold on. Let's just see when this video was posted. That video was posted March 19th. And
Wait, did I say 19th or 29th? Sorry.
oh shoot, it straight up said 29th. I just can't read. Coronavirus numbers.
Go to worldometers.info. Yeah, right there. Worldometers.info.
The
That's
most reliable. Okay, is there a way we can look at how many cases have been since?
yeah.
Okay, so since March 29th.
there were 724,000 cases
And now
1.6 million.
you did it, boys.
You doubled the amount of people infected. Let's
You
go.
did it. Dude, we're so proud of you guys. You and your ad lib. It's like it's like those rappers. It's like the ad libs in a rap song. You know what I mean? Like the background little yeah. That's this guy.
I call you
Yeah,
doggone.
Jesus, yeah. Praise the Lord, yeah.
You come
Lord,
down
praise Jesus.
Come down, yeah.
from your place of authority,
Yeah,
destroyer. You come down
Yeah, COVID,
and you
yeah,
crawl
yeah.
on your
COVID-19, yeah.
belly
Take the drug,
like
yeah.
God
Take a
commanded
bow,
you
yeah.
when he put his foot on your head in
Yeah.
the garden.
On your head. Yeah.
Have you ever seen the video? Okay, have you seen the video where it shows all the phones being tracked?
All the phones being tracked?
Yeah. So
What?
So there's this company. Let's see if I can find the video. So basically this company was tracking like the heat waves of the phones or whatever.
Wow, no.
And and it showed like how, so you know how all those people gathered for spring break on like in like Florida or whatever.
Because they're insane.
Yeah, and so this just showed where they all went. Like it tracked all the phones on the beach and it isolated them, and then it showed how they just spread to the. And this is not the video, and this rips, dude. That's not the video that I wanted,
Wow.
and that's okay.
That's pretty cool, though.
So basically, they were all on the Florida beach, and then it showed all the phones like spreading, and so everybody was congealed into this one. Congealed is not the same word as.
No, it's
as
definitely not.
confined.
Yeah.
Those are two different words that I just thought were the same. And then it showed them spreading to the rest of the country, so that's awesome, and we're all gonna die.
Just wait your turn.
That's so awesome. What else was I gonna talk about? I was gonna talk about social media, but I don't think we're gonna have enough time for that.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know.
Oh, Chris D'Elia stole my joke straight up. So, here's okay. This is 100% true, and I'm not even joking around. And there's no like, oh, but you did this, and like that's why this would be caused. Like, there's no explanation. There's no reason that this should have happened. but it happened and it's 100% real, and I'm not even joking right now. Okay, so yesterday, I'm at the store that I work at, and there was like this tool set, right? And I was looking at the tool set, and it said it came with 69 pieces. So there was a big old 69 on the package, and I was like, why not just take a tool out or put one tool in? So it's not 69. Just go one down or one up.
I think they did that on purpose.
And I was like, that's such a funny bit. I'm going to say that on the podcast tomorrow. I'm going to mention this on the podcast because that's kind of funny. Like, why not take one tool out or add one tool so it's not 69? Because there's lots of things like that where it's like 69. There's just things that have 69 on them. And I'm like, dude, just change it by one, dude. And so then this morning, I'm listening to the Crystalia podcast that came out on Tuesday, and listening to it for the first time, mind you, because I forgot to listen to it, and I was making breakfast, and I was eating my breakfast listening to it, and he was talking about, like, Fox 69, and he's like, Fox 69, why not just go down one or go up one? And my eyes went like this.
The day after.
My eyes went like this, and I was like, that's what I was going to say on the podcast night. And dude, it was so crazy. That
is crazy.
Is that not the weirdest thing?
That is super weird. I think maybe we are in a simulation, and you just transmitted your thoughts right to him.
Straight up. That's what I'm saying with all these NPC characters, bro. Nobody is real except for me. I am real, and that's it, and that's all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not real, and I know that for a fact. So
I give Crystalia that joke because I steal a lot of his jokes and use them in my modern day life. So. You can have that one, Crystalia, because that one's on me, dude. That one's on me. But next time, dude, sometimes that'll happen, like, but it's never been that, like, on the dot. Like, sometimes I'll think of, like, a bit that I want to, or, like, a video I want to make, and then, like, somebody will come out with a video, and I'm like, oh, gosh, damn it.
Oh, yeah.
But nothing
He's
like
got to be
that.
faster to the punch, Broc.
Yeah, exactly, but I'm not. I'm so slow at doing stuff. But it's never been like that on the nose, like close, like the exact same joke, that close together.
Now, if you said there was a toolbox that said that, then there's
that would
something
be even
up.
creepier, dude. But yeah, that was wild, and I don't even know. So basically, I'm hilarious, is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we have? 40 minutes. So we got. I went on Instagram. You guys are the bomb diggity, dude. You guys are so awesome. I went on what is this picture I was going to show? Oh, yeah, it says, "In God we trust. Attention, coronavirus. You have screwed with the wrong country. America will destroy you. You will not destroy us."
Is that the church that was on the video?
Guarantee you it was a church, and I bet it was that one on the video. But, dude, people are so dumb. Hey, go home. Do something with your life. So, yeah, I put on Instagram, tell us how you guys are surviving quarantine, and we'll talk about them on the podcast, because I just want to, like, we're just trying to get some positivity flowing, dude. So we're going to talk about how we can survive quarantine, because we're all going through it together, okay? We're all doing it. None of us can go to Denny's, which I've wanted to do for a month now. I just want to go to Denny's, and that's it.
I've never been to Denny's, so maybe I want to go there too.
Oh, okay. Can I tell you a story about Denny's now that we're on the topic?
Yeah.
Went to Denny's one time in my life. Uno times in my entire life. One time. It was my first time going to Denny's. Me and my mom and my aunt and Davis's mom, who Davis was on the podcast last week. Me and him and our moms, okay? Like 2 years ago. It was Black Friday, and we were like, we want to go to Black Friday. And so we all four of us went down, and we were like, all right, this is going to be dope. Like, we're going to go do some shopping, have some fun. And then at like midnight, we'll go to Denny's at like midnight. We thought that was a genius. We thought that was a bright idea. And so I was like, oh yeah, dude, my first time going to Denny's. I'm like so hip now, because I can go to Denny's after, like, I could go into a restaurant after 10 o'clock. That's awesome.
Wow, you're pretty incredible.
That was my mindset. And I was like, dude, eating food like at midnight, that's so awesome. And so I was so stoked. So we get to Denny's, right? And we sit down, and I'm ready for friggin' a grand slam. I'm ready for everything, bro. I'm ready to get the Denny's experience. And our waitress comes over, dude, and she is a crack whore, and I do not say that lightly. She was 100%. You know how, like, sometimes people will act a little off, and you'll be like, dude, those guys are on drugs. Like that guy's on crack. She was 100% genuinely on crack cocaine.
Wow.
And I'm
Okay. Did
not
she
even
give you
joking.
any?
No, she didn't offer me any, but whatever. And I wouldn't have taken it because I was a square little freaking 13-year-old or whatever age I am. Anyways, so she was cracked out, and she had like lipstick. She was like a, I don't know what ethnicity. She was darker, and her name was Michelle.
Michelle.
Have you ever seen? Do you remember when we watched Dodgeball?
Yeah.
That was,
yeah.
That was
yeah.
the name of the big black dude that was Ben Stiller's guy. His name was Michelle. And I saw that movie and I was like, Michelle, who would ever be named Michelle? It's so stupid. It's
And then
it's
you
not
found a
Michelle.
Michelle.
It's not Michelle. It's not Michelle. Michelle's it's a fine name. This is M-E, not parenthesis, but whatever this thing
Apostrophe.
is. Apostrophe. Thank you. And then it's like M-E apostrophe shell. So it's literally Michelle.
What?
And if you've ever met somebody with that name, they're on crack. And I can prove it because this lady had lipstick all over her teeth and she was stumbling to get to our table.
Oh my gosh.
As soon as she comes out, we're just like, all right, we're in for a treat. We're in for a night, bro. We're in for some fun. And so she comes stumbling out and she's on crack and she's slurring her words and she's like, "Oh, how can I get you guys?" And we're like, she asked Davis what he wanted like three times in a row. She asked him, and then he would say, and then she'd be like, "So you want this completely other item?" And then he'd be like, "No, I want this." And she'd be like, "Okay, so," and then another completely different item.
What the heck?
He was trying to get like some sort of sandwich or something. I don't even know. And then she was like, "Oh, okay, so you want the pancakes?" And he'd be like, "No, I want the sandwich." She'd be like, "All right, so you want the spaghetti?" I don't know.
Spaghetti.
And he was like, "No, actually, I want the sandwich." And she's like, "Okay." Finally, she gets it. And she got the order completely wrong. And I'm pretty sure she spilled like orange juice or something. But anyway, she was on drugs. And it took her 40 minutes. Like we were sitting there for like a solid hour. It was the Twilight Zone, bro. Everybody in there, absolutely insane. I don't remember anything specifically, but I remember looking around and be like, am I in the Twilight Zone right now? Am I in the simulation? Is my name somebody in the Twilight Zone? I can't think of anybody.
I don't know anybody either, so.
But then we were looking at the arrests like a month later, and sure enough, bro, Michelle was on there for some freaking paraphernalia, bro. Not even joking.
Nice.
Not even messing with you right now. And I think she works at a Burger King now, so good for her. Michelle, if you're watching this, I love you, and I've never forgotten you. And
Broc wants some of your crack.
yeah, and if you could hit my line, I'll leave my number in the description below, and you could just hit me up anytime you want to do that. That would be fine. Okay, so we're gonna talk about quarantine. Don't know why I started talking about Denny's, but quarantine, quarantine. Do you ever put like a sticker on your Instagram story that's like a question one, and then like people will respond with like nothing of substance?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like those accounts, you know, those accounts that are like they look really real, and they have lots of followers, and they look like real people, but then like they'll like my posts, and then like they'll reply to my stickers with something that's so robotic I can't even explain.
Yeah, I had one like that because I was running a mile time trial and like was like, try to guess my time. Yeah. One of them was really weird. I don't remember what it was.
Did they guess a time?
No, they did not guess a time. They like put some quote in there.
Were they like, "Yo, great content," because that's what they do to me, and I'm like,
Maybe
what
they
content,
did.
bro. Hey, what
Can
content, guy?
Can I not see him anymore?
You must not. That's dumb.
Oh,
Hey, Instagram,
that
fix your
is
thing.
dumb. Wait, never mind. Someone put, how do you define beauty?
I'll tell you how I define beauty, man. Beauty is what's on the outside, and if you say anything except for that, you're lying.
So my question was, can you guess my time? What?
Well, dude, it's because sometimes when people are like, "Hey, will you like, can you guess my time?" when they're asking me to guess their time for something, then automatically I'm just like, yeah, wait, what is beauty? And then I'll just ask them, and they'll be like, well, that's kind of random because I just asked you what my time was.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand where he's coming from, but dude, keep it to yourself on it. Like I get it, and I'll give you the answer. Beauty is what's on the outside.
Uh-huh.
And if you say anything different,
Beauty is in the makeup.
Yeah, yeah, you're a liar
100%.
if you're saying anything else. It's the outside.
No, I'm joking.
And I'm not.
Yeah. Okay, well I am.
No. Well, listen here. There's a process, okay? When you're mating, for lack of a better word, you'll see the person that you are attracted to, and that's the first step, you know? Because you're not just gonna approach anybody on the street and be like, "Hey, I would love to date you." You know? Like, you have to be attracted to them. And I'm not saying, like, you have to be a supermodel to ever get married or whatever. Like, people are attracted to different people, you know? I find girls attractive that some other people do not find attractive, and they find people attractive that I don't find attractive, and that's okay. So what I'm saying is there has to be a physical attraction for there to be an emotional attraction.
Yeah, the way I think of it, it's like you have first they have to hit a certain threshold, whatever you set for looks. And there's almost always a bottom and a top, because most of the time people don't go for anybody that seems way out of their league. But like, there's always that space, and then from there you look for the people with good personalities. Which I'm not saying personality matters less, but you always narrow it down by beauty first. Is what it always seems like.
And you know what? We're men and we're very shallow, but this is the truth, ladies. And if you want to know something else, here's the biggest turnoff for me, clothes wise. If you're wearing like some flannel pajama bottoms and you're in public, hey, not attracted to you. You know, some people might be.
I mean, I don't really find those very attractive either. But
if you're wearing them in your private residence, and if they're classy ones, and you're like by a fire, and your house is like very modern, and it's like white walls,
and you're drinking a nice cup of tea.
Yeah, if you're drinking like an iced Americano.
Reading, what book would they be reading?
Pride
Like
and
War and
Prejudice.
Peace or something.
What'd you say?
War and Peace.
Yeah, that's the same. Is that not the same book?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know.
I know literature very well because I read a lot. I've not read a book in 10 years, and I'm not even joking with you.
I haven't read a book in a while either. But let's get back to what we were talking about. What were we talking about?
Women?
Yeah.
Checking out girls?
Yeah.
So, yeah, flannel. I'm not into the I'm not into the whole wear your pajamas outside, like get ready for the day. And, like, listen, I've been thinking about this a lot because one of the biggest messages that I like to push and would like to continue to push is, like, be yourself and everything. Like, do whatever makes you happy. Like, that's the sickest. Like, that's the ultimate. The way you can be actually happy in life is you have to figure out who you are necessarily. And then you just got to be that person through and through, you know? And you got to stop caring about what people think of you and all that stuff. And we make fun, like, my personality is I just make fun of everybody, but that's just because I'm just goofing. Like, I don't actually think Joe Biden is racist, and I don't actually think Trump is like a terrible human being. I just think it's funny. Like, I just goof on people, and we goof on that lady last podcast that like lived in the 1950s. I'm just messing around, you know? Like, if she's actually happy, who cares? If you're not killing people, I don't care what you do. But at the same time, so my message, I want to not sound like a hypocrite when I say be yourself, but at the same time, like, you know, I'm just goofing on you. But I don't find pajamas outside attractive. Get ready for the day, you know?
Yeah,
So,
I get that.
So that's my second tier. So it's like if the clothes are dope, and then you go to like the hair and the face and stuff. And if you wear too much, hey, let me let you in on a little secret. I don't know if I said this on the podcast. I probably did. But let me let you in on a little secret, ladies. Guys do not like a ton of makeup.
Some is fine.
Some is fine.
And you don't need it, but
You're all beautiful.
I'd rather have none than a ton.
Yeah.
I'd say that right now.
I 100% agree. Dude, it's like, and, you know, I feel like a simp for saying this, but all women are just beautiful naturally, okay? In their own special way.
Yeah, you're a simp. But yeah.
But, like, for reals, though, like, before, makeup is such a weird thing, and we're learning about it in history. Like, the ladies of the 1920s, after they got, like, suffrage and everything, they just started rebelling against the previous generations of ladies. And so that's when that's when it started coming into play, and like clothing and stuff. And that's when women basically started caring about their looks. And it's still like today, they still like,
it's like a major thing today now.
Yeah, like beauty products and all that stuff. I think it's the most evil thing in the entire universe. And I've said this.
They make people feel awful about themselves.
It's like yeah.
Sorry, I was just gonna
Say what you're. I've cut people off so much, dude. Say what you were gonna say first.
Well, I was just gonna say it's like they always make it seem like you have to have that stuff to feel beautiful and stuff, and
Yeah.
that's not how it should be because it just makes people feel totally off about themselves. Everybody always says social media is the thing that makes you feel bad about yourself, which I definitely think it does. But it's not just social media. It's also advertising outside of social media. It's also beauty products in general. And I don't know. That's just my thoughts on that.
Yeah, since you brought up social media, I'm actually going to talk. It was one of the topics I wanted to talk about because I had a little journey over the past couple months with this social media thing. I was off it for a long while, and I'm back on it because reasons. So I was just sitting, and it was like a Saturday morning, and I was just chilling, and I had really started to really care about social media and my likes and stuff like that, and how many followers I had. Like, I had never cared about it before, and then all of a sudden I was like very enthralled with that side of my life, and I started caring way too much. And like one morning I was just sitting, and I don't want to say that I had like a legit panic attack, but like my chest just got really tight, and my head was just like, I just felt super overwhelmed and like very anxious, and I was like, my head was just spinning, and I was like, did not know what was going on, and I was just like, I need to take a break. Like I've had the feeling it was social media, and so I was just like, I just got to take a break. So I took it all off for like a couple months, and I got it back every once in a while to like promote the podcast and stuff. But I took it off for a long time, and I used to make fun of people that people would say to delete your social media for a week, and I'd be like, if you're gonna delete it, just take it off forever, you know, like you don't need to get rid of it for a week. And I would make fun of people that did that. But it's really if you're struggling right now, like if you're just, I don't know, if you're just sad and you can't figure out why, just get rid of social media right now and just try it for a week and see how it makes you feel. And if it's not that, then I don't know, you've got to figure something else out. But in my experiences, it was like I wasn't really living life, especially for a couple months. I was mostly, gosh dang it, why is my throat doing this thing? I was YouTubing, and I was on Instagram heavily, and I was on Snapchat and all the Twitter and everything. And I was trying to make my whole life about social, like my whole life, everything I was doing was for social media pretty much. And like everything I did, I would post, and all my YouTube videos, like I was trying to just make content out of everything I was doing in my life. And I realized that was a very unhealthy thing to do. And I'm not like a crazy big like influencer at all, not at all. But it's just like I don't know, I got caught up in it, and it really made me, I don't know, not depressed really, but I was just feeling really weird for a while. And so I just got rid of it, and I started doing things. Like, I started having fun and doing things and not putting it on social media, not showing it to anybody, you know. I would just do things and for life. And it just gives you a whole different perspective. But I needed to get it back because, you know what? The business I'm in, and I want to continue being in with podcasting and all that stuff has to.
Yeah, you need it. But yeah, I totally get what you're saying because social media ruins lives.
Yeah.
And like I've even seen in mine, I just followed a bunch of random people.
Yeah, that's what we both did.
We both did that. I've unfollowed almost every single one of them now because
That's what I've been doing.
I was like, I can't stand this. I don't know who you are, and I don't even know why I follow you. And like to me, it's like follow people you know, and follow meme accounts. And I mean, I guess whatever else you're interested in, but don't just follow a bunch of people that you think are like beautiful or something, or people who are influencers, because then you just feel bad about yourself the whole time.
Yeah. And I never had. Like, I knew that social media could be a bad thing for you if you were not secure with yourself. And I was fine with it. Like, it never gave me problems until, like, just barely for some reason. I don't know, self-esteem or something. And, yeah, all of a sudden it just gave me problems. And I'm back on it, but it's like, I used to be straight up addicted, and I have them back, but I'm not constantly on them like I used to be. Like, I used to constantly be on them. And now it's like every once in a while I'll look at it and I'll promote a podcast or I'll post something on there or whatever. But, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because some people need to hear this stuff, dude. Some people are like their brains just are messed up right now, especially right now, and they don't really know why. And I don't know. That's probably not why, but you should try that first.
It honestly might be, because it's like I can definitely tell it's affecting me, but I'm not on it like a ton.
Yeah.
Like I'll check Instagram in the morning and then I'll check it a couple times throughout the day, but I'm not like on it a ton. Like if I don't have anything new in my feed, I just don't care.
Yeah.
So then I go on to something else. But like YouTube, I'm constantly on YouTube, and it's bad. But I mean, it's hard to fill your time right now. So
I am booked right now.
you are.
I'm not even joking, dude. I was about to, literally before you said that, I was about to say I am so busy I can't even be on social media that much. Like it's like on my off days I go mess around in the freaking sand. By the way, if you've never played freaking, we tried to get him to come.
Yeah, I couldn't.
He was writing essays.
I've had 2 essays in the last 2 days, so that's been fun.
So don't think we just left him here.
Yeah.
But dude, if you've never played Slammo or what's that game
Spike
called?
ball.
Yeah, if you've never played Spike Ball in the sand dunes with the boys, you need to get on that.
I need to do that now.
We are going back out there, dude. It was so fun. It was such a good time.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So like on my off days, I'll do fun stuff. But like today, and like, dude, the weeks go by so fast when we're doing podcasts, because we'll record a podcast on Thursday and then I'll edit it all weekend and it'll come out on Monday. And before I know it, I'm back in the studio, and it's like, and it rips, dude. I love podcasting.
Cycle.
It's just a vicious cycle, not a vicious one. Good one, I guess.
Yeah, it's a good cycle. It's good.
But literally, I've constantly been like, I'll be working out. These are the things I'm doing during the day. I'm either working out, doing homework, working on this podcast, working on a video, working on clothes, or just working. You know, I have a job, so I've been pretty booked. I haven't even been able to be on social media that much. But yeah, I was gonna, on one of these podcasts I want to do, like, I just want to talk about things that, like, ways we can help people be happier. All right, we're back. The video stopped recording. But anyways, I have a lot of ideas as to how we can like how people can be a little bit happier than they were before, like just little things that you can change in your life or make sure you're doing or being aware of, you know, just, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that always is great for me, like, just helping people with anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be anything
Service.
big. Like, I love to tutor kids, and I mean, that sounds weird to say it like that, but yeah.
No.
But yeah, I just love to tutor kids. Like, even if I'm just at somebody's house hanging out, and then one of like their little siblings needs help with something, like I just want to be able to help them. I just love to do that, and it always makes me happier to do that. And I don't know, that's just one way that really works for me.
Yeah, service is probably like the main thing that can help people be happy. But I really want to do that, so we should start thinking about stuff like that, and maybe we'll do that one of these days. Maybe next week, man. Maybe next week we'll do the happy podcast.
We'll smile the whole time.
We'll do this. We'll do the whole podcast like this.
Ventriloquist podcast. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Anyways, thanks. What was I gonna say, dude? Oh yeah. Basically, I just want to, my whole thing that I've realized in like the past year, like I've always wanted to just have a following. Like I don't want to be like a super famous person with this, but I want to have like a following and have like a group of people that we can make an impact on stuff. You know, like I basically, I want to be a cult leader. I want to have a cult.
Okay, there it comes out now.
You guys are a part of my cult, but I like all jokes aside, like I really want a group of people that follow me that we can make a difference in things. Like I want to be able to spread positive messages. As much as I goof and gaff on Trump and people on this podcast and like dumb people, I really want, like, my bottom line is I want to spread positive messages to people with this whole thing. I want to have a platform to do it, basically.
Yeah, I mean, and you just spread positive messages. Anybody can do it, and just whatever you're good at, you can always do it. Like I was talking to Broc about this earlier, but there's one guy I watch who's a running YouTuber. He doesn't have a massive following. He's like 70,000 subscribers or something, but he did one thing. He asked people if they were struggling, because there's so many people struggling right now with the coronavirus, like financially. And out of those, I mean, it doesn't sound great the way that he did it, but it was the best way to do it. He picked 10 of the people who he felt needed it the most, even though picking is kind of hard. But yeah, he picked 10 of the people who felt needed it the most, and he said for every quarter mile he ran, he wanted everybody watching the video to donate a certain amount of money. It could just be a couple cents, and he ran 50 miles. And
That's
that was
insane, dude.
that was yesterday actually when he did that, which is just, it was crazy. And he was just doing what he was good at to be able to help people, and that's just the best way to do it. So like if you're good at sewing, you can sew masks for people or
Yeah.
just anything like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Like, I know this whole coronavirus thing is, obviously it's a very sad thing, and people are losing their lives and family members, and especially something that people don't think about a lot is like the first responders and like the doctors and nurses and all those people that are working around the clock, trying to help stop the spread of it. And so it's obviously a really sad situation, but I've seen a lot of just positive things come out of it too. Like,
Yeah.
like that sounds really bad, but I've seen a lot of positivity come out of this situation and people banding together. And I know I already said that on this podcast, but I've seen it even more since I said that.
Well, and another thing, I actually forgot about this, but I wanted to bring this up was, like, during this, I know it's hard. You want to work on social skills sometimes and talking to people, but right now you can't really do that. So this is actually the perfect time to just work on yourself, improve
Yeah.
yourself. Like, I don't know, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It's a book that I love, and you should read it if you haven't. It's really popular, but it always talks about you have to work on yourself first. You
Yeah.
have to be able to fix yourself. You have to be able to figure out what you want most in life, and this is a perfect time to do that when you aren't really going out and talking to people, and a lot of people have a lot of spare time. That's a perfect time to figure out what you want for yourself in life.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know that things are really, like, you don't know what's going to happen in the future, but you can always figure out a plan for, because this is going to go away. And I don't know when, but it's going to go away. And you need a plan for after that. And fixing yourself is always the first thing you need to do.
And like, I don't know, you just made me think of this. Like, you can always be positive no matter what situation you're in. Like, nobody chose to have COVID spread throughout the entire universe. It's nobody's fault, really, like, that we know of.
Other than maybe a guy eating a bat.
Other than maybe a guy eating a bat or maybe the Chinese government, but we don't know for a fact. But I'm saying, like, it's not your fault that coronavirus is out here, and it's not fair to you that people are losing their jobs and losing family members and everything, and losing pretty much everything due to this thing. But also, you can take actions to stop it by, like, staying in your house. Don't stop partying with people. I know we're setting a bad example, but this is just us. But stop partying, wear masks, just be clean and do what you're supposed to do, basically. And I've never been a really advocate for doing what I'm supposed to do, because when people tell me what to do, it makes me really upset, and I do the opposite of that. But honestly, you can help stop the spread of it, and also you can be a positive force during it. Like, it doesn't have to be, you can make the most of the situation, is what I'm saying. It's like kind of went with what Dawson said, just barely.
Yeah, just make the most of any situation you're in, and that's really the way that you're successful in life. Is you're always going to have tough situations. Right now is just one of those tough situations, and it's what you make of those situations that really defines who you are. So
Yeah. Thanks for getting real with us on the podcast, bro. We just got real deep with you, dude. I just told you
Yeah, we did.
emotions that I never even heard of. And now I just want to say something that I've thought of that is really funny, but also not. Okay.
Yeah, let's get out of the serious and let's go into the funny now.
Let's get out of the serious real quick. Have you ever seen Teen Beach Movie?
A long time ago, yeah.
This is going to negate everything we just talked about and
Oh,
all the
no.
serious, mushy stuff that I just said. So my sister was watching Teen Beach Movie, and I was just thinking, like, they were, like, doing their dances, you know? They're doing their little hip-hoppers. And I was just like, how would it be to be a person in this movie and also 9/11 is a thing? Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
I said this to a couple people, like, I don't know if they know what like what I am saying. Like you
I,
are
I don't totally know what you're saying.
like
but
like you're in that movie, you're in the Teen Beach movie or any Disney movie, and you're doing this and you're dancing, and also terrorists are a thing. I don't know why.
oh, like how can those two things exist in the same?
And like you're just like dancing and you're having a good time, and also 9/11 is a thing. I don't know how else to explain it, but I don't even know. That's so funny. I don't know why. 9/11 is not funny.
no, it's
9/11
not.
is a serious thing. Shut up. Don't quote me. I just think it's funny that Teen Beach people are dancing around, and also coronavirus is a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They're just happy in a sad world, I guess. That's the
Exactly.
way you gotta be.
Whatever, be happy, but Teen Beach movie blows it way out of proportion, dude. Stop
Yeah.
dancing on the beach. Stop dancing on the sand. Hey, stop dancing on the sand. And stop breaking out into song for no reason. And they even make a little joke. They're like, oh, you have to break out into song. Just because you joke about it doesn't mean you can do it and it's fine. It's still annoying whether you joke about it or not.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, man. We got to get out of here.
Yeah, we definitely do.
Dude, I had to pee for 5 hours.
5
And
hours.
I didn't go. Sometimes I'll just forget. I'll straight up just forget to pee. Like, I'll have to pee so bad, and I just won't. I'll just forget, and, like, an hour later, I'll be like, oh, yeah, I got to pee.
Yeah, I sometimes do that. In the morning, it's the worst because in the morning, it's like you always have to use the bathroom when you wake up. But there's me laying in bed, and I'm like, I'm just going to lay here for another hour.
Yeah, dude.
And then I'm just on my phone, and I'm too lazy to go to the bathroom and use the bathroom.
I feel that.
That made no sense.
No. Everybody relates to that. But, dude, like, you know when, like, you get into bed, and you're like, oh, dude, like, it's just one of those nights where you're just like, you just got out of the shower, and you're just like, it's time to just relax and just crawl into bed. And you get in there, and you get all comfy, and then all of a sudden your bladder's like, ha, no. And you're just like, okay. And then sometimes I'll just be like, I'm not going. I'll stick it to my bladder, and I'll be like, I'm not going pee. And I'm not going pee. So do what you got to do, but I'm not standing up and I'm not going pee. And so I'll like try and fall asleep, and then 3 hours passes and I can't go to sleep because I have to pee. And then finally I'll go pee.
Yeah, I know. It's like you can make it so much better if you just went to the bathroom, but it's so hard to just tell yourself, hey, I'm going to go to the bathroom for just a second, and
It's
then
like
I'll come
I said
back.
earlier. If people tell me what to do, I don't do it. If my bladder tells me I want to pee, guess what you're getting, bladder? You're getting a big no right in your face, bladder. Stick it to the man. I'm not going pee if you tell me to go pee. You think you're the boss of me, bladder? No. Is it true that if you don't pee, when you have to pee, it stretches your bladder and you can hold more urine?
I mean, it
Or is that
probably
a
is because when I was little, I could not hold anything. Like, I'm not saying I like peed my pants all the time, but I.
He is saying that.
No, I'm just. But like, if I had to go to the bathroom, I couldn't wait more than 10 minutes
Yeah.
at all. But now it's like, I can hold it for a long time most of the time.
And I have the opposite. I have the Benjamin Button, dude. I cannot hold my pee anymore. And I know that just negates what I just said because I held it for 5 hours.
Yeah. So.
But at the same time, I had to pee really bad that entire 5 hours. I just didn't want to go. But like, I don't know what I'm even talking about.
So
Hey,
does that?
no
So does that just mean you have a really strong will then?
I do have a really strong. I have a great mental toughness, and I can say that with full confidence. I don't have a lot of things that are good, but my mental toughness is very decent,
All right, I respect that.
and that's all I have to say. Okay. What else did we even have on our notes? We're an hour and 12 minutes in, and you know what? That's fine. But I just
This is
want
all I had in mind was just.
And we never
that.
even talked quarantine stuff. Should we just
Yeah.
go? Should we just do it?
Go longer.
Yeah. This is gonna be the longest one we do, but we're not stretching for content at least.
All right, I guess.
I mean, it won't be that long. It'll be like an hour and 30. But because I just keep going off on tangents, and I need to stop. But also, hey, wait, I actually have something else I want to talk about.
Oh no, another thing too.
Another tangent, bro. Check these out, babies.
Oh,
I talked about them last time on the podcast.
you're gonna have to like show a close up of them because
God
it's
dang it.
kind of hard
Let me
to see.
Hey, check this out, guys. Check this.
I'm gonna go show a close up of mine too.
Boom! Look at those. Those are beautiful. Those are the Those are the Ultra Boost DNAs that I just copped.
Bottom of my shoes. Do you see that?
Those are Talene's shoes, bro.
See that?
Talene, nobody could run a mile in your shoes. So yeah,
Up and it's awful.
I finally got my shoes, my Ultra Boosts, and I love them. They're very, very pretty, and I got mud on the bottom of them, and it made me really upset. But
Well,
that's
when
okay.
you have a white outsole on your shoes, it's gonna get dirty.
And somehow I got dirt up here, and I had no idea.
Like on his heel thing.
Like on my heel thing, dude. And I have
I
no
don't even know
idea
what
how
that
that
is
even got
called.
there, and it pisses me off. But these shoes are great, and I'm becoming a sneakerhead, and I love it.
And I am going out of the sneakerhead game
I'm becoming.
now,
I needed a thing. I needed a tick. I needed a thing, because I didn't really have a thing. It wasn't like
Do you watch Seth Fowler?
I have no idea who that is. I'm not.
Okay,
that
so
deep.
you're not into it.
No, I'm not
into
that
it,
deep.
yeah.
Nah.
You'll probably get there.
Basically, I just watch Complex sometimes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I just watch those celebrity sneaker
I
shoppings.
watch those all the time.
And but yeah, dude, there's this kid. Braden was showing me. My little brother was showing me this kid, and he had his shoe collection, and he had these shoes, bro. Have you ever seen something more grotesque?
No.
They're jean shoes. They're Levi's.
What do you wear those with?
They're Levi's Air. Do you wear them with jeans?
That
And
would
it just,
look
like,
awful.
It just like doesn't end. Your pants just don't end, and it just keeps going down to the
Or
bottom.
do you
of
wear
your foot.
jean shoes with shorts? Like,
Jean shoes with like, dude, hold up. Jean shoes, jean shorts, jean jacket, no shirt.
now that's a look.
If
I'm not saying it's a
somebody-
good look, but it's a look.
And this is the funniest part is the price is $1,400.
That is $1,400 that I will spend in a heartbeat
Yeah, I would buy those.
because it's just an extension of your jeans.
That's so dumb though. Like, I guess if you like that, that's awesome. But if you're just buying that just because the people that just buy stuff just because it's expensive and exclusive, you're an idiot.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You're an idiot.
Oh.
Unless you're trying to flip it like Talene and my boy Gabe. Unless you're a flipper flopper, then if you're just like buying it just so you can be like, yeah, I got those exclusive Levi denim shoes, Air Jordan 4s. It's like, okay, who cares? They look really dumb.
Yeah, I mean, like Yeezys I can see because they're cool. But like
I love Yeezys,
other
bro.
ones, yeah. And I've tried to flip so many different things, but I can't get the rare stuff because it's way too hard to get. So yeah. I just go to Ross and I buy shoes that are $40 and sell them for $80. That's how it goes.
That's a decent income.
Mm-hmm.
I just really like. I'm not like gonna buy them and put them on a shelf, and I'm not gonna go crazy with it. But like,
Mm-hmm.
I just really, I don't know. I'm all of a sudden into it, and it's like I just think they're cool, and
I get that. I get that.
and it's all good, and it's fine. So yeah, we gotta get on track because we're way past what we wanted to be, and we're still not even on track. So we were on Instagram. How long did I talk about this? Like an hour? An hour ago did I start mentioning this?
Probably.
Solid 60 minutes ago. So we were on Instagram. And we asked you guys some ways that you're surviving the quarantine because we're all in this together.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to talk about some of the ones I put, and then we'll talk about what Talene put, and then we'll go to your guys's, and we'll skim through your guys's because they kind of suck, but ours are very helpful. Okay.
But we'll have to kind of skim through ours too because we're like out of time.
Dude, we are so out of time. We're going to use up half of my friggin' podcast storage with one episode, and it's fine. So my ways, what I've been doing basically what I've been doing for my whole life. Listen to albums, dude. I've been listening to a lot more records, a lot more albums, just because, like, I'm stuck at my house, and, like, when I'm doing school stuff, or, like, podcast stuff, I'll just have albums playing. I've been really into MF Doom. If you guys are into, like, if you're into rap, like, super experimental rap, listen to MF Doom, because that's the most experimental you can get. Or, like, JPEG Mafia. MF Doom is more of, like, a 90s guy. JPEG Mafia is up and coming. And then also, who else have I been listening? Danny Brown. I've been listening to a lot of Danny Brown. Atrocity Exhibition is a very good record, and I want to get it on vinyl. Anyways, so listening to albums. If you guys need music recommendations,
Hit him up.
hit your boy up because I listen to every possible music of all time. If you're like, hey, Broc, unless it's like country music, if you're like, yeah, I want some Is there experimental country?
I hope not. But I mean, if you want like suggestions for early 2010 music, I'm your guy.
Early 2010.
Yeah.
Why is there no experimental country? I was thinking about this the other day because like there's a lot of experimental rap and like experimental rock and pop, but I've never heard of like, oh yeah, dude, have you got to hear this? This country artist is so they're pushing the boundaries of country music.
There is,
Like
it's literally, I couldn't tell you the difference between almost any country singers because they all try to sound the exact same.
It's been like, I'm not going to say they're all the same. Like, I used to be super dumb and like, I'm not the biggest fan of country music, obviously, but I don't like hate it like I used to. And I'm not going to say that I hate it, but I'm not a fan of it. And they all, like, nobody's really tried to push boundaries. It's been the same kind of thing forever. And it's fine because it works, but like with rap, it's changed a lot over the years, and it continues to change, and people do different things with it. Anyways, another one, working on podcasts, clothes, and videos. You guys are getting clothes, by the way, sometime soon. We'll talk about that later.
It's coming soon.
We'll talk about that on a later date. I've been working out a lot more. I've been cleaning like a mother hecker, dude. I've been I'll clean my room. My room's never been clean, and now all of a sudden it's like tip top shape. I'll even dust it and vacuum it.
Dang.
It gets crazy. Those are the ones I had. I really blew through those ones, man. Dang.
All right. And mine, I mean, the first thing I put for how I'm surviving quarantine, I'm not.
You're not surviving?
No, I'm not. I'm
Oh,
just kidding.
dang,
No,
bro.
I'm good. But I've just had a ton of freaking homework. And my problem is I can't work on it all at one time. So, like, the last couple days, I've been sitting there most of the time doing homework for, like, 15 hours in the last 3 days, maybe in the last 2 days. I don't know. But it's a good 7 hours a day most of the time now.
Dang.
It's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, I have that. Hangouts when I can, but I mean, I probably shouldn't be,
Yeah. It's
to be
whatever.
honest. But yeah.
Small groups, whatever.
And then I've been watching some Netflix, mainly like when I go to bed, which probably isn't the best time to watch it. But I did watch All American. I watched both seasons of it.
Everybody's been watching All American.
Dude, it's so good though.
I tried,
It's actually
dude, and I can't. I try. Look, everybody's been talking about All American, and I'm like, okay, listen, Broc. I know it's made by CW and it's a sports show, and those are two things you dislike, but you have to watch it.
Dude, it doesn't actually have that much sports in it. It's like, it's really just a good concept for life kind of a thing. And like, it gives you a lot of, it's weird because it gives you a lot of concepts and stuff that I didn't think about before. And I mean, it definitely has some cringy moments. It's CW. CW.
Oh.
that was cringy
Atta
too.
baby.
Growing
Growing pains.
Yeah. But yeah, I really enjoy that show. But yeah, I watched that, and I have been watching Criminal Minds.
Nice.
That's just been an ongoing thing for a long time for me now. I'm on like season 8 or season 9.
Judas Priest, dude.
Yeah.
Wait. I've been watching a lot of Community. I know nobody asked, but Community is on Netflix now, and if you don't know, it's one of the funniest shows ever, and I've been watching the crap out of that, so there we go.
Nice. I've never seen it, so
It's
maybe I'll have to
fantastic.
give it a look. I've just been watching a lot of YouTube, like I brought that up before, like all the time. It's not good. And then I've been watching a lot of college decision reaction videos.
College decision reaction videos?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's like when people apply to all these selective colleges and then they get their decisions back if they made it in or not.
And you
Because they've been coming out within the last like week or so. So yeah,
That's awesome.
because I've been thinking about where I want to go for college because I have no freaking clue. Because I want to go to a good college, but I don't want to spend $200,000 to go to college. So yeah. And then I've also just been taking a lot of breaks on my phone while I've been in between all my homework Homework. Oh my gosh.
Do you need some water? It's getting pretty late.
Probably.
It's 8:11 right now, dude. We started at
Yeah.
6:20.
Oh my god. And then I've just been doing running, and yeah. So this is a perfect time to work out because I mean, you got nothing else to do. I mean, yeah,
It
if you
is.
can't go outside, if you're like stuck in your house, you can still do home workouts. It's not as easy, but yeah, running is nice. Doing any workouts is nice. Yeah.
And you guys, dude, people complain so much. They're like, oh, I would work out, but I don't have dumbbells in my house. And it's like, dude, you can do calisthenics, and you could get ripped from calisthenics if you do them right.
And there's one guy I follow on YouTube. He's another running YouTuber, Nick Simmons. I'm plugging him. I don't know why, but
Plug him away.
he is like a Olympian, and I think he got like the silver or something at one of the
Nice.
Olympics. But I follow him on YouTube now, and like he literally just came out with a video that is 100 workouts you can do at home. 100
That's
with literally no equipment at all.
That's dope. Those are the kind of people that we're gonna run our society someday. I've been trying to write a home workout video, but I feel so freaking douche making a workout video like I'm some sort of expert. But anyways,
No, don't feel like that. Like they're good. Just you don't have to be an expert to make videos on stuff to educate people and stuff.
I want to make a video about cults. I've been writing so many videos, but anyway, dude, we're not talking about that, okay? Because we're an hour and a
Yeah.
half. So those are ours. Those are what we've been doing. Yeah, if you need to work out, dude, do calisthenics. Calisthenics, if you don't know, it's just body weight workouts.
It's freaking dope.
You could do push-ups, sit-ups, dude. You can order a pull-up bar from Amazon for like cheap. That can just go on your doorway and it rips, dude. There's literally infinite amount of things you can do. But anyways, people are just lazy and they'll find excuses to not do anything, and that's fine. This first one is I'll say it's from Jake because I know he would want me to plug this. He says he's working on his own podcast. That's how he's surviving quarantine.
Man.
Go check out the warm-up basketball. He's going to start taking it more seriously. He's moving it to like all the platforms and stuff, and it's going to be cool. So if you guys are interested in basketball, if you're interested in basketball, go check out the warm-up podcast
Yeah,
by
maybe
my
we need to go
boy
check that
Jake
out.
Palmer. He's been asking me a bunch of questions because we're like professionals and stuff. So he's like,
Pretty much.
obviously he's asking me like a bunch of questions about how to do it and stuff. But it's whatever. I'm not like this kid that I don't know who he is says eating everything and on iced coffee and Netflix. That's awesome.
That's pretty dope.
Don't go crazy eating, guys, because we are in a food shortage a little bit.
We are in a pandemic.
We're in a pandemic. If you didn't know by now, we're in a pandemic, so don't eat all the food because you'll also get fat if you're not doing calisthenics or running. Xbox and hikes, that's dope. Dude,
That is
Xbox,
dope. Like
Hiking.
together, or
yeah, do you do Xbox while you're hiking? Because that's next level, if that's what you mean.
do you do VR headset hooked up to your Xbox of you hiking in VR?
Dude,
Well, speaking of that, have you seen Trahan's 20? Well, not his 24 hours, but he did VR and he did a bunch of workouts and
I saw the
he lost like 10
thumbnail for it.
pounds.
For real?
Yeah, but
That guy's
that's because he
crazy.
changed his diet. But yeah, he's insane.
Ryan Trahan has the most creative video brain I've ever seen in my entire life. Like
Yeah.
the videos he comes out with, I'm just like, how do you even conceive of that in your head? So I wish I had that. But
Yeah, he's insane.
watching baseball and dance, that's awesome, but you're boring because you watch sports. Listening to your podcast 24/7.
That's where it's at. Like, who? Okay, I probably shouldn't ask who it is, but like, I just want to hug him right now.
You,
You're getting Brock pretty emotional,
uh,
and the camera's about to die.
oh my gosh, are you kidding? I even charged it. Okay, dude. I guess we can't record for an hour and a half straight.
Yeah, I guess not.
We'll rush through these. Listening to your podcast 24/7. The Bros, that's a great one. Shooting rabbits. I've been doing my fair share of shooting rabbits. Some chick just said kissing my brother, which don't say that to me.
Alabama.
Makes me gross. No, not kissing. No, she was kissing my brother.
Oh,
She wasn't kissing her brother, bro.
oh,
She
that
was
makes
saying
it so
kissing
much
your brother
better.
like she was kissing my brother.
Okay.
Which
That
don't say that.
sounds.
To me. Don't say that you're kissing my brother, because that's gross, dude. No, she wasn't kissing her brother. Exercise, guys. Exercise is so good for you. Try it out. It will clear your head and make you feel very good about yourself. I posted. Look, I've been going hard in the paint with exercise for the past since August, however many months that is. And I was 195 pounds in August, and I'm now 160 pounds. So that's 35 pounds. And it's not
Dang.
insane, but
That's
it's like
pretty
a
insane,
decent-
Broc.
I've done something that I didn't think I could do, and I've been feeling a lot more confident. And I posted a picture on Instagram, and I did not have a shirt on, and I was I keep mixing up my words, dude. I'm so tired.
Definitely flexing on him.
I was definitely fishing for compliments. If you are wondering if you're like, man, he posted that because he's fishing for, yeah, I was, dude. I've been working my butt off.
I mean,
and
yeah,
want people
I
to
know,
compliment me.
I know that feeling because like Georgia, that was
Yeah,
for
dude, Dawson.
compliments.
Okay, dude, this is so funny because we experienced the same thing. So Dawson posted a picture of his abs, and his grandma.
It wasn't just
commented-
my abs, okay? It was like all of us in a group, but I was kind of flexing in photos.
Yeah.
but-
So, but you put it up there because you definitely were jacked in it. And so Dawson posted
yeah, that was
this
a pretty good
picture
photo.
that was obviously like he was just ripped in the core, and his core was just freaking diamond, freaking ski course down there, and he like
it's. I'm not gonna say it's changed, but
that's, dude. I need that. I'm working my freaking way to that. But anyways, he posted that, and his grandma commented, and it was really funny. And she said, "Look at your six pack," and I thought that was really funny. And then when I
yeah, it
posted
was
my
really,
shirtless
it was really
picture,
embarrassing. Your grandma commented on it.
both my grandmas commented about how good I looked, and it made me feel really good about myself. And if you think I'm not cool because my grandma's commented, boom, that's for you. Not gonna flip you off because my parents watch this.
They
But
do.
boom, that's for you. My dad watches all of every episode.
Wow.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. Thanks.
Boom, that's for you. Not my dad, but for the people that think my grandma's that I'm lame because my grandma's commented. Boom. I love my grandmas, dude. And if you don't like your grandma, and if you think that your grandma commenting how ripped you look on your posts is lame, then you're lame. And boom, that's for you.
For me, it was just embarrassing. It wasn't
One more?
lame, but it was like.
All right, we're back. The camera stopped. But anyways, so if you think that it's lame because your grandma's posted, comment on your post, then you're dumb. Okay. So, yeah, I posted that picture, and people were very nice, and they were complimenting me and telling me that I am looking better, and that makes me feel really good. So thank you to everyone that said that.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Dawson. Dawson was one of them. He said I had a
I
summer
was one of
bod
them.
in the spring, and I was like, thanks, man.
Yeah, Brock's. I'm telling you, he's already got the summer bod and it's spring. So imagine Brock's summer bod now. It's just
imagine it, dude. I had like
GQ.
GQ.
I'm
hit
calling
me
it right
up
now.
for most handsome man in the entire universe. 4 Baja Blasts a day, Doritos, and 2K. Gonna get
Yikes.
diabetes. Gonna get diabetes. Just saying. There was not that many. That was it, actually. That was
All
all
right.
of them. So yeah, guys, we gave you so many ideas. So if you're bored during quarantine, you idiot, you're dumb.
You got plenty of stuff to do.
And for those of you at home, we hit 1, 2, 3 out of like 10 topics that we had in my list today, and this is the longest podcast we've ever done. So thanks for listening, guys. If you listen to this, you're fantastic, and I love you. Leave a review, share it. Word of mouth is huge. Go follow our Instagram page. Go follow us on Instagram. Whatever. Don't care. Hope you guys are staying safe. Love you guys. Thanks for listening. Peace out.